Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we're going to be doing Polish tongue twisters. From what I've seen on the internet, these are some of the top hardest tongue twisters that you can say in the Polish language. So let's go ahead, have a lot of fun. Let's have some laughs because I'm not a native Polish speaker, and while I'm trying, Polish is quite difficult. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for new videos every single Wednesday. I talk a lot about my life in Poland, being an expat overseas, what it's like to live abroad and all of that kind of stuff. So I'd love it if you could stick around, and let's go ahead and jump into some tongue twisters that are really difficult to say in Polish. So I am a native English speaker, and I know we have some tongue twisters in English that are difficult, but I grew up saying them. They weren't super difficult once you kind of got the hang of it. And I know every language has different tongue twisters, but in my opinion, and I'm sure other people can agree, Polish is really difficult and it's hard enough in and of itself without doing tongue twisters. I already did a video about trying to say some hard words in Polish. I can link that video up here so you guys can go watch it when you're done with this. But it was hard, and Polish is difficult because it is not anywhere similar to the English language when it comes to consonants and sounds, and even like the grammar structure is so different. And so I thought it'd be really fun to try to say some of these tongue twisters with you guys. You can definitely, like, it's all fun and games over here. I'm not trying to pretend that I'm perfect because I'm not. I have lived in Poland for a few years and I have taken Polish classes, but I am not fluent in Polish, at least enough to fully have a conversation with people. I can get around and do that kind of stuff. And I have a decent grasp of the language, but these tongue twisters look very difficult. I have not practiced these. I literally had my husband find them on the internet and copy paste. Here we are. I haven't really looked at them yet. But just like a quick glance, they are quite difficult. So hopefully you guys enjoy, and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so this first tongue twister, we're just gonna go ahead and go for it. I'm gonna leave the translation up here so you guys can see what it is. So the first tongue twister, okay, I have it written down right here. Okay. Przyszłe, pyszłe, koło wodę, pyszła do wody i ta pyszła płatka, że ząb ją tamta ptła poptka. Yeah, that's probably really terrible. But yeah, there are a lot of was, a lot of like, it's just a lot of was, and that's basically like an L with a line through it, not a T, but like an L with like a sideways line. So, yeah, that's that one's hard. All right, second tongue twister. Again, you'll have the name and all of this stuff here, so you can, see what it actually means in English. It is Pożdzie kin town czy morność w głąb flaji. Again, it's also funny when you listen to, like, when you read the translation, the tongue twisters don't make sense. And it's like, maybe it's a translation thing, but it just doesn't make sense. I mean, I know the tongue twisters aren't necessarily supposed to be coherent sentences, but I still think it's funny when you combine words and, make them hard, and they just, sometimes random stuff just pops out. Third tongue twister that is very difficult to say. It's tu z pomyłami łanymi nogami. Pomyłami wanymi nogami. Yeah. Love Polish. All right, tongue twister number 4. Król Karol kupił królowe Karolini kolory koloru koralowego. And with Polish, you're supposed to like roll the R's, like koloru koralowego. Again, I have to really practice these if I was going to get them perfect, but I think you kind of get the idea whenever you are saying an R, if you can roll the R's. My husband can't roll his R's, so it makes it very difficult for him. Tongue twister number 5. We are halfway there, and my mouth is already getting tired. So it is ni pieprst, pietrst, wie prusza, pieprzyem, bo pieprzysz, wie prusza, pieprzyem. Twitching. That's very difficult. All right, 6th hard tongue twister. We've got the chassis, Susi, Soza, Sucha. That one's not as difficult as I thought. I probably still butchered it, but not nearly as challenging as the other previous ones have been. Number 7 is a bit more lengthy, therefore equaling harder. So Cherak, Trijma, the Sheshpakach, Stretchdemp, Sheshavio, Che, Shre, Shenshi, Trezhny. Again, I really apologize. I'm sure I'm completely butchering these, but hopefully I made it so it wasn't the worst, but it was probably a step above being the worst. All right, number 8. One of the hardest tongue twisters is the chassis, Suzy, Shedwa, Saja, Suchom, Susom. Yeah. Suchom, Shushom. Shushom? Yeah. Shukom, Shushom. A lot of ohms. All right, so number 9 and 10, from what it looks like, are pretty similar. So this number 9 is going to be like a part of number 10. So it's kind of like an extension. So number 10 is a poem, like a tongue twister poem, but number 9 is like the first part of it. So number 10 is the extension. Hopefully that makes sense. So we're just going to go ahead and kind of breeze through, and hopefully my tongue doesn't fall off because wow, it's a workout. All right, so number 9, we're doing Wyszedzi Bryże Żiny, czy zomszysz brzmi w trzcieni i się bryżyn z tego słynie. I'm totally pronouncing it wrong. It looks like that the very long word with the SCZZ is actually a name of a town here in Poland, and it is a very long, difficult word. Brzeżecin. I'm pretty sure that's how you say the name without the Polish conjugation. So in Polish, if you have like a proper noun, sometimes you actually change the ending of that noun in order to fit with the different parts of the sentences. So if you had a name and then you're talking within some sort of grammar tense, you would actually add like a few different letters to the end of the name. So like Brad Pitt sometimes would be Brada Pitta, or Bradu Pitta, or something like that. Here in this context, the Shisha, like the name of that town, the Shisha Brishechin or whatever, they're adding a few different endings, as you can see here. So like the Shisha Brishechnia, and then the second part would be Shisha Brishechin. So it looks like they're just adding a different ending to one part, and it just can be, it's part of what makes Polish really hard. So that's the first part of like number 9. So then continuing on with number 10. It's going to be the same thing, but we're just doing it more. So Wyszedzi Brzeżnie, czy zomszysz brzmi w Trzcinie i się brzeżni, że tego słynie. Go pita, pani książciu, po sos pan tak brzeżęci Vzgansu. Wow, I really apologize for all of that. I'm sure it's terrible. Wow, these are really, really difficult. These are very challenging. Hopefully, they weren't terrible. So, if you guys are Polish, I drastically apologize for how badly I did with pronouncing these. But hopefully you got a good laugh out of it. Tongue twisters, I think, are very fun to look at, and they are definitely challenging to say for sure, and especially in Polish because my tongue is not used to working that way. I'm not used to hearing the sounds that way, and they're just very challenging, and you can just get a lot of different consonants together in the English language that you don't have. And so wow, this was really challenging, and mad respect for people who are able to like say these and say them fast and say them well, because they are really hard. And big props to all of you for that. Again, I think tongue twisters are fun in any language, especially if it's your native one. You can really get like practice and go fast and talk like that and stuff. I would definitely have to practice these to see if I can get better at them. But I'm going to send these actually to some of my Polish friends here and see what they think, because I think it would be really fun to hear them pronounce these and like go through it. So again, what was, I would love to know like what your guys' favorite tongue twister, whether it's in English or Polish or your native language. Leave it down below so we can all have fun together and see what the different tongue twisters are in your language. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. I put out new videos every single Wednesday. Sometimes we do fun videos like this where we talk about Polish, or we talk a little bit about what life is like here in Poland, or like some differences between Poland and America. So hopefully you guys enjoy that kind of content. And yeah, with that said, thank you guys so much for sticking around, and I will see you next week.